See, I love meditation. I was 18, I'd sit up in the attic and meditate. To me, everything's meditation. So, you know, I mean, I have to force my thoughts because otherwise I'm not here very much. I want to do stuff. You know, I don't want to just sit. I want to do stuff. I'm an artistic master, so I want art. I want to be around art. I want to play with art. I want to do art. I want to see other art. I want to, you know, have connection with people who love art, and I'm participating. And I want to show them how to generate it as a means of complete freedom, complete truth, complete love. And, you know, show them how to keep the ego out of it. You know, how to play in it without ego. You have to fall in love with meditation by bringing your love and attraction to your aspect. It's the most amazing thing to find out who you really are. It's the most amazing, wonderful secret. You're going to love it. You're going to love being the true you. So for me, sadhana was the funnest time of my life because I wasn't living in all these conditions. And the funny part, during sadhana, you know, my life was very traumatic and difficult in the earlier years. And I was living through a lot of difficult conditions and separations. But I was living in this love of enlightenment in relationship to my guru. And I was living really in that happy consciousness, the happy state of it. So it didn't matter what was going on, you know. And in my own life, the personal aspect of how difficult my life was at times didn't really matter, because that understanding and wanting to stay in that love and be in that love and give to that love was what mattered. So love of enlightenment, taken in with the help and support and demonstration, transmission of the guru, is an easy life. You just give your life to that love affair, and the task you do to show and demonstrate that love is your sadhana. Up to that point, until someone with real authority tells you that's who you are, you never believe it.
Yeah,
that's true. It's true. That's why teachers, a fully realized teacher is really good, because their authority tells you who you are, and that is really helpful. It's really a wonderful thing, because otherwise you think, who are you? When you sit down to meditate, or you meditate with me, already happy as is becomes this bright radiance, this bright light is shining, this feeling of loveless or complete being engulfed in that begins to be your experience. And that can be part of your day, all day long, or continuously, or forever, in full realization. So that's the work of the spiritual aspirant. My life matters to me, and my love, my intimacy with my guru, with the divine, matters to me. And you live that like it does matter. You're not just saying it, but you're living it in your life. You know? And if you can know that, live that, remember that, love that, then everything will be undone. You'll be happy. How do you get happy? Be in love. Be in love with the life of enlightenment, with your life, the life and love you have for the sacred, through the form, your guru. Because enlightenment's the answer for every problem you'll ever have. But there's no formula or rule for anything. But there's the process. And if you're intelligent about your process, then it will deepen. So everyone approaches meditation about how to control your mind, your thoughts, your feelings, your body. It's not really any of those things. I'm not against any of those things. But if you do something because you love it, because there's passion, and you put yourself there, it will occur naturally. Okay, so we learned a lot about enlightenment and spirituality through the kind of man's way of looking at things, through a kind of strategy and a kind of science and a kind of philosophy. And all that's good. But it hasn't enlightened a lot of people. And I'm not saying that I'm here to enlighten a lot of people either, but I'm offering another way to feel it, to understand. And I'm not here to teach a lot of people, That has been to be the popular teacher, to go out, meet lots of people, and talk to lots of people. Now my work has been of a different nature, and you know what that's about. Really, more of my freedom is the freedom to do nothing rather than the freedom to do more, because I've done so much, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I've done a lot. So to have the freedom to do nothing and to just transmit, that would be a different way I could actually probably be here, that I can't be here the way I was. I played it out, and I worked so hard with it, did all the work I could, as hard as I could. I didn't do it slowly over a period of time. I crash coursed everything as sadhana was done too in that way. And so it's done. So if there is a pattern to go, if there is a way to transmit and be the tailwind for Adida and the seventh stage, then it has to be because I'm not doing any of that old stuff anymore. It has to be probably, like I said, appear as nothing, like I'm doing nothing, but it is really just a magnification of the indifference work, of being as I am, and that you all allow it and get used to it. Life is pleasure without you trying to make it be pleasurable. Because unless something terrible is happening to you, you have a terrible shooting pain in your chest, or whatever, your friend just died on your doorstep, it's just pleasurable anyways. But you're not noticing it. You only want the ego version of pleasure. You're not that person. You're just stuck as a pattern, and this pattern acts like what? It's unhappy to get happy, and that it's right and it's going to get fulfilled. That's all you are, that pattern. If you take away the pattern of that, what are you? Well, that's the mystery. That's the real identity, but you're not a separate one. Without ego, there's only God. So without your ego, there's only God, as you are. Even with ego, there's only God, but you don't get to realize it. Because that struggle is your identity. Without that struggle, you don't have an ego. You don't have an identity. Without an identity, what do you got? Just God. Just happiness without nothing, without any qualification, without any conditions. So that's why you have the struggle, because
creates my identity.
Creates your identity. When you say myself, who are you referring to?
Crazy pattern.
Yeah, the crazy pattern that wants to try to get happy. So you think there's a separate one who's going to figure all this out and figure out how to get happy and be happy. No, that separate one is the one that's perpetuating this whole drama of seeking to get happy. That's the fake, false you. The pattern of seeking to get fulfilled. That's the fake, not real you. Never existed. It will never exist. It's an illusion. It's the dreamer. When you wake up from the dream, you go, that none of that was real. So you're not real yet. Give up. Just totally give up. It's not giving up to a great nothing that's just going to eat you up. It's giving up to
The lies.
the conscious light that you are, the heart that you are. How can enlightened people live in a dream where everyone's unhappy? Because the power of the enlightenment outshines what everyone's doing. So you can do that. You can outshine it all. You can live in love. But someone who knows and has been shown the unifying field of love shouldn't spend the rest of their life doubting their own experience. Don't doubt your own experience. Value it. It's your gem. So what you know, because you have been with me. Doesn't matter if 50 billion people don't know it, but you alone have been shown and seen it. How'd you get that lucky? I don't know. But use that grace as your power to serve and live in the unifying field of love. The more you love, the more it's obvious that there's a power to love. And that love is what unifies everything. What allows everyone to recognize themselves as the one true love. You're bigger than what you ever imagined. And you're much bigger than all your ideas of fulfillment. You're much bigger. You're so big that body-mind mechanism's not even required for that. But how do you realize that? By having a real living relationship to that. Until it becomes obvious that you are that. So you have to be in your life, make your choices. Don't act like life's just being thrown at you and you're just stuck with whatever it gives you, because that's not what it is. You've created it. So if you create it a little more consciously, it'll appear more satisfying to you. You get the life you need to do the practice in. So people get it rougher. Some people have beautiful lives. It doesn't matter if you get what you want or you don't get what you want. It still equals unfulfillment. That's the gathering of the power. That's the gathering of taking the teaching and living it and using it as a powerful means for your freedom. In freedom, it doesn't matter if the next experience is unfulfilling or the previous one was pleasurable or it disappears altogether. There's no unconscious loyalty to any of it. So what you actually feel is free. Free from the implications of experience. So being free in whatever arises in experience doesn't spoil your sense of being happy or your mood or your ability to love and be present. It doesn't spoil any of that. Who you are, exactly what you are, and how that feels to be is available right now. It's not your enlightenment in the future. It's available right now because it is you. It's true. It's awesome. It really is awesome. That's why I wish you guys could just live in this awesomeness. Yeah. Just live here.
Oh my gosh.
But that's what you got.
So beautiful. It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's everything.
It is everything. Choice.